The Iron Heel is a dystopian novel by American writer Jack London, first published in 1908. Regarded as one of the earliest examples of modern dystopian fiction, it is also notable among London's works for featuring a female protagonist, a rarity in his oeuvre. Presented as a fictional manuscript authored by Avis Everhard and discovered centuries later, the novel depicts an America dominated by a dictatorial oligarchy, controlled by a cabal of robber barons who leverage their wealth to exclude everyone else from economic opportunity. The story follows the eventual resistance that emerges and the struggles of its members against a repressive government. Addressing themes of anti-capitalism, revolutionary struggle, and the power of historical artifacts to shape our understanding of the past, The Iron Heel is widely seen as London's clearest expression of his socialist beliefs. The novel has had a lasting influence on political dystopian fiction and has been adapted into a 1999 Russian film and a 2016 stage production by Edward Einhorn. The book opens with a foreword by Anthony Meredith, a 27th century scholar who has been studying the manuscript that comprises the novel. He calls it the Everhard manuscript and notes that while it provides an accurate depiction of the socio-political conditions of its time, it is less reliable in its portrayal of the central figure, socialist activist and revolutionary Ernest Everhard. The manuscript was written by Everhard's wife, Avis, and Meredith suggests that her personal love for her husband, as well as her commitment to his political ideals, shaped her account. Consequently, the document serves as both a canonization of a political figure and a historical narrative. Avis narrates the manuscript in the first person, supplemented by footnotes from 27th century researchers. She writes in the aftermath of Ernest Everhard's death, which occurred shortly after the first major workers' rebellion against the oligarchy controlling the United States. She recounts her initial impressions of Everhard, finding him scruffy, self-righteous, and abrasive, but her perspective changes after witnessing firsthand the oligarch's indifference to the suffering of the workers. As she becomes involved in Everhard's revolutionary efforts, she grows attracted to him, and the two develop a profound and personal relationship. Meanwhile, her father, Dr. Cunningham, a scientist, and his friend Bishop Morehouse, a local religious leader, gradually join Everhard's circle of allies. As Avis, Everhard, Cunningham, and Morehouse become more deeply engaged in the socialist movement, the oligarchy, a coalition of bankers, industrialists, and politicians who control the government through market manipulation, plots to crush the uprising. The government strikes at the revolutionaries in every sphere of life. Cunningham loses his university position and his home is confiscated. Morehouse is declared insane and sent to an asylum, though he escapes, and Everhard rises in popularity, ultimately winning election to Congress, only to be framed for a terrorist bombing and imprisoned. Avis is briefly detained but released after 6 months without charges. After Everhard's release, they go into hiding to plan the next phase of their struggle. Before the revolutionaries can act, the oligarchy moves first. Everhard dubs this brutal suppression the Iron Heel, as it seeks to crush dissent under an unrelenting boot. In Chicago, the government orchestrates a riot, blames the resistance, and violently suppresses it with mercenary forces. Avis and Everhard witness the massacre of thousands, including the increasingly desperate Bishop Morehouse, while Dr. Cunningham disappears, presumed captured by authorities. In the manuscript's final chapter, Avis begins outlining plans to revive the revolutionary movement, but the account ends abruptly. Meredith notes in a footnote that Avis hid the manuscript when she learned she was about to be arrested and fled. The document was discovered centuries later, leaving Ernest Everhard's ultimate fate unexplained. Jack London, an American author, journalist, and social activist, is best known for his novels of the Klondike Gold Rush, including The Call of the Wild and White Fang, both of which remain widely read and taught. As a member of the radical early 20th century literary group The Crowd in San Francisco, London was noted for his socialist politics and advocacy for workers' rights. A prolific writer, He is also considered an early pioneer of science fiction and was commemorated with a U.S. postage stamp in 1986. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.